Okay, hey guys, here's one of the ways that most jobs, if they're going to go sideways, this is where it's going to happen, and it has nothing to do with construction costs. You got those hard numbers before you ever get started, so the sticks and bricks, things like that, that's pretty well set up as far as what those things are going to cost. The bugaboo, though, tends to come in allowances, especially on the custom building side. With a production built house, you really don't have many selections. You're picking packages. Those numbers are pretty well solid. You're not really selecting things. You're just choosing package A or package B. With a custom job, though, all of your fixtures, all your appliances, all those things are things that you've got to pick during the process of construction, and you control those costs. So when you go into the job, with most builders, it's just a guess. They're just going to assign a number to those allowance items, and then hopefully what you pick is close to what the allowance is. And that's where things tend to go wrong. When it's done that way, when you actually get down to picking things out, when you get down to the selection store, the design store, and you're looking at fixtures and flooring and tile and all those fun things, those pretty things, the things that make the house your own, you didn't make the decision ahead of time what the numbers were going to be. It was just sort of assigned, and you accepted it, and you glossed over it, and you ran through the process, signed contracts, got started. Now it comes time to pick them out, and oh wow, the money we have isn't even close to what I really want. So you go from being on target to suddenly being $40,000 upside down, and it's in drips and drabs. It's not one thing. It's $10,000 here. It's $2,000 here. It's $500 here, and it all adds up eventually to you get to a point where you've got this massive overage at the end of the job, and now it's a big fight. Everybody's mad, and we're all unhappy with each other. So what we do at Jim Bland Construction to take care of that is, while we're putting together those sticks and bricks numbers, the hard cost, we're going to get you with our designer, and you're going to pick those things out before we ever decide on a final number. Now, we're not going to order those things. So you're not wedded to it. It's not set in stone, but you're going to know before we sign a contract that the numbers you have in there for your tile, for your vinyl plank, or your wood floor, for your paint changes, for your light fixtures, that those are things that you actually picked out. You went to the design store and you picked them out. You saw them, you touched them, you saw the finishes. You knew what they were going to be. You knew what the costs were. Now, what that may mean is the number we come up with at the end is higher than where you thought it was going to be or where you wanted it to be. But I'm telling you right now, that's where it's going to be at the end. You're just going to find out about it at the end and be really mad, or let's get that number set before we start and we're all on the same page. And then that way we're not mad at each other at the end. And maybe what happens is when we get time to pick those things out, you realize you're okay with taking something that's less expensive, and instead of having a big extra at the end, you have a nice credit at the end that you can put somewhere else. So that's the way it should be, guys. If your builder or your prior experience, they rushed you through these things and it caused a big problem at the end on overages, that's why, because you didn't take the time. And you didn't take the time because your builder didn't tell you it was important to take the time. I'm telling you it is, and it is because I don't want to have those conversations at the end. I don't want us to be mad at each other at the end. We're friends when we start. We're going to be friends when we finish. And this is how we do it, by being open-eyed and clear on what the costs are going to be from the start.